last time that I weighed in was last Saturday, or it was like 2 Saturdays ago, and I talked about how I weighed in pretty light. I was like 130 or something like that. And this morning I weighed in around 132, even though it's been 2 weeks since then. But I'm not freaking out for a few reasons. It's Shark Week, so obviously like hormonal fluctuations and things like that are gonna change like your weigh-ins. 2 is that I went to bed pretty late and my last meal was really late. And like sometimes like I'll eat earlier and like my last meal will be earlier in the day, so then if you wake up the next day, then sometimes you weigh in lighter. So that's the second thing. And then the third thing is that pretty much like perpetually been dehydrated my entire life. I talked to my coach and he asked me what my normal water intake was, and I didn't know. I just kind of said that it was really, really low, and I'm not one to really be thirsty. I never really grab water or anything. Half the time when I go and grab something to drink, it's because I want like the taste of it. So I love the taste of coffee, I love the taste of white Monster. I mean, you guys know that. I like tea and things like that, but generally like everything that I grab for, it's not necessarily because it's caffeinated. Caffeine helps, especially when you're dieting or intermittent fasting or something, but generally I just like go for the taste. But I never drink water. I never liked water growing up. Even when I was really, really into nutrition, I'd try to like bring a gallon of water with me everywhere, and I'd go like the entire day and barely even touch it. So for me, it's more of like out of sight, out of mind, but also I'm just not a very thirsty person. So, and it's funny to say, but it's true. I'm known for like getting something to drink and like being around the house and like having like a few drinks of it, or having like a few sips of it and then like leaving it there. It's a bad habit of mine, but I really tried to change it, and I haven't been able to like my entire life until joining with my coach, and we talked about it, and he had me track like a few days. And on my tracking sheet, like I would just track how many fluid ounces I drank throughout the day. And one day was like 8 ounces. And another day was like 10 ounces. Another day was like 3 ounces and 5 ounces. And these are all uncaffeinated, so I wasn't tracking like Monster or coffee. I was drinking just like anything else that wasn't like those things. My coach saw that and he's like, okay, so step 1, go and grab the nearest source of water wherever you are. And like step 2, like how are you alive? And I didn't really realize how bad my water intake was until we talked about it and everything. So long story short, I went about a week or 2 of drinking, from going from barely nothing to 100 fluid ounces. And you guys saw like the last vlog and things where I was carrying around like a water bottle, and I also have this. So my water intake just literally went from like 5 fluid ounces a day of an average to 100 fluid ounces a day. And that's so hard for me. It's so hard. I've never had to pee so much in my entire life. And I feel like, I don't know, it's funny, like a lot of people say that if you're dieting and everything, like drinking water really helps because it fills up your stomach. But for me, I feel like it's kind of almost doing the opposite for me. It's like making my stomach volume bigger. I don't know, like I feel like it's doing that. So I noticed that for one, because I do intermittent fasting. So I don't know, eat a big meal. Like I'm used to eating a really, really big meal, and usually I'd be satisfied by that. But then I feel like because I'm constantly intaking water, like my stomach is like able to like hold more, and I'm not as full after I eat that first initial meal to like break my fast. So that's just something that I noticed and I wanted to like note on. But yeah, so also I had a meeting with my coach last night, and he increased my water intake goal from 100 fluid ounces to 114. So that's my new one, and that's about this is like 28, so I think if I can math right, that's about almost 5 of these a day. And it's not my favorite thing that I'm looking forward to doing, but I could tell like by the end of the day my stomach is just like so bloated from water. Sucks. It's freezing out. I'm not excited to go and get out of the car. But there's another thing I wanted to talk about, is that my friend actually gave me her sample of BCAAs, and this is the Ghost BCAAs. I just have it in like this little container. It's so bright in here. It kind of reminds me of Fun Dip. And so these are BCAAs. I'm sure you guys have heard it everywhere. This is going to be kind of like just for people who are really new to supplements and everything. I get mostly everything that I need from food. I do supplement creatine, and I supplement whey protein if I'm like really low on my protein intake from food throughout the night. I'll usually like cook with it or just like add it to oatmeal or something like that. But on a larger scale, I don't supplement a lot. So the reason why I have this here, because I've been really curious about their pre-workout, and so I just decided that I'd be interested in trying to see what their other supplements are like. BCAAs, all it stands for are branched chain amino acids. They make up of 3 different amino acids: leucine, isoleucine, and valine. Don't ask me how I remember that, but I just do. And the big thing with BCAAs that people are wondering is, are they worth it? Like, are they even cost effective? What do they do? What's the purpose of them? You know, like, I see a bunch of people talking about them. If you are on Instagram, I'm pretty sure you see like tons of people just pushing out like whatever supplement company they're representing at the time, they're pushing it out all the time. And the big question is like, do I need them? What do they do? The short answer is no. You do not need to supplement BCAAs. You do not need to buy them. A lot of times they are just like so expensive for the little amount of benefits that they do have. They are known to help protein synthesis. They are known to help muscle recovery and to prevent muscle fatigue. And from most research studies, this is known mostly in people who are very new to training, that it'll have that kind of effect on fatigue and recovery. But the thing is that BCAAs are the same exact thing that make up that you can find in meat, that you can find in eggs, that you can find in milk and everything like that. So it's nothing different than what you should be getting from your normal diet. If you are bulking, you are already in a surplus, you have no reason to need to supplement for BCAAs. You should already have enough of your protein in your diet. You should have like at least 1 gram of protein if you're bulking per body weight. And if you're not, then, you know, what are you even doing with your life? So number 1, for me, I do not think that you need to supplement BCAAs if you're bulking. If you're maintaining, I still believe that you should be able to get your adequate amount of BCAAs from food. I still do not think that they are worth the price. If you were gonna buy a $20 supplement, I think the supplement that you should be reaching for is creatine. If not creatine, then whey protein. If you think that you need BCAAs, the only reason I would believe that it might be worth it is if you need to drink a lot more water than you're used to, and you hate the taste of water, and you want to have something that's just a different taste that isn't going to add any calories to your overall calorie count at the end of the day. So because of that, I decided to try it today. So I will do like a taste test in a second here. But for me, I feel like, so normally people will sip like BCAAs throughout their workout, and it's because they think that, and the research is there. I'm not completely discrediting the research that is there that says that it does help fatigue and it does help protein synthesis and everything like that. But I don't know, I guess what I'm saying is I don't think that it's cost effective for what the little bit does. I mean, even if you go on examine.com, they say that the effect of it could be a placebo. So people are just like, well, I feel like when I'm working out, if I sip on BCAAs, then I don't get as tired for my next set in deadlifts as I do if I'm not supplementing. There's a lot more research that says that that's a placebo effect than what the supplement is actually benefiting you. But the other thing is that if you are cutting, and if you say you're in like, say you're in contest prep mode, your macros are super, super low, your protein is at like the bare minimum and everything, and you want to supplement with BCAAs because you feel like that could be like the one little thing that could help to keep your protein higher and to keep like the adequate amount of like muscle gain and recovery and preventing fatigue, then go for it. If you have it there, if you are sponsored by a supplement company and they're going to send it to you, then you might as well. But for me, I sometimes just like the taste of it, and I hate the taste of water. So if I have a lot of samples that I get from like GNC or something, I'll use them then. Other than that, I don't mess with BCAAs. The other thing that I have in here that I do recommend is creatine, and I'm not totally going to go into that right now for this video because I feel like there's so many better videos that can talk about the benefits of creatine. But for the little bit that is proven in BCAAs, creatine is one of the #1 researched and proven supplements that everyone should be taking, whether you're cutting, bulking, maintaining, just living your life, if you're a runner, anything. Take creatine. 5 grams a day, I believe it's grams, I don't want to say milligrams. 5 grams a day, every day, rest day, workout day, everything. Take your creatine. BCAAs, if you feel like it, do it. If you feel like it's going to help, do it. If you have it, might as well do it. So again, this is like the ghost BCAAs. I don't think it's, oh, there you go. It's a very fine powder. I have this little scooper from my creatine that I just brought with me. It actually kind of smells like Fun Dip too. I don't know if this is like the recommended. Oh my god, it is so powdery. I feel like it's gonna go everywhere if I just like move wrong. So I'm just gonna see if I can. Oh my god, this is a bad idea. I should uncap it, but I'm really lazy right now. So I don't know if you can see it, but it's just like a light green. Let's taste it. Honestly, it tastes pretty good. So I would say like the size of this is like pretty much a perfect amount in a 28 fluid ounces container. If you are not huge on like a strong taste of supplements, but you just want like a little bit that's tastes a lot better than water. And I also have creatine in here that's just plain. It's not any kind of flavored creatine. I find that better because sometimes I don't like tons of sour tastes all the time. So like a milder flavor usually is what I go with. I don't know what it actually tastes like. It kind of just kind of tastes like candy. I don't know. But so that's what I have. That's all I wanted to really rant about. I feel like that's kind of something that I've been doing lately, but I kind of like it because I can get a lot of thoughts out, and if I can help you guys, then that's awesome. It is freezing outside. I can already tell it's like super windy. And today is deadlift day, so I'm at the gym right now, if I didn't mention that already. I'm gonna go and do some deadlifts, and I already have to pee, like so bad.
At a loss for words. These feelings won't take time. Don't look at me, don't look at me like I'm the one with the answer. Ooh, and nothing you say to me could ever replace how I feel. Sitting for days, creating my own misery, the only remedy I know.
guys, so I'm on my way to the grocery store right now. It's 7:29. I kind of just like went home and hung out a bit. I got really distracted, so I didn't get anything to eat yet. So I'm starving, which is like the worst idea to have when you're going grocery shopping. But I have a list with me and I'm gonna try my best to stick with the list and then try to do this as fast as possible so that way I can run home and grab something to eat first. And that'd be my first meal besides that grenade bar. So yeah, I always do intermittent fasting, but a first meal or like big meal at 7:30 is really late for me. So yeah, you can tell like my stomach, like I could feel my stomach, like I don't know why I didn't grab something while I was at home, but I don't normally like to do that. I don't like to like just like, I don't know if anyone else is like that, but I feel like if I have that many macros left over and stuff, that I'd rather plan something that I really like rather than just reaching and grabbing for like the next thing that I have. And our house is like so bare right now, there's barely anything, so I feel like whatever I would have, I'd just like be craving something else anyway after it. So yeah, so I guess that's all I want to say. I'm gonna stop vlogging while I'm driving. Nanners. I always like to get strawberries because it's a very high volume food for the amount of macros. So let's look at a good one. These are only 18 grams of carbs each. I'm gonna get these. This is pretty much as low as it goes without getting like ground turkey. I'm just playing.